Peter Jennings.
Good evening. We begin tonight with something that so many people have been sharing for the last 24 hours. The agony of loss on United Flight 232 and the celebration of life.
The DC-10 struck the runway at an angle, shearing off the right wing.
United Flight 232 was bound from Denver to Chicago this afternoon when an engine apparently blew up over Iowa.
Aviation sources say the tragic sequence started 30 minutes earlier when the engine in the tail of the jet suffered a catastrophic failure.
As of tonight, 109 people have died.
Mike and Judy Zunic were on a flight which was in some difficulty, and they volunteered to give up their seats to move to a zone where they could help people leave the plane if they had to.
Mike and Judy were in first class and moved back into the passenger section to assist in by the exit doors. The people they traded their seats with survived the crash. Mike and Judy both perished. Mike was a four-year starter at linebacker at Syracuse from 1978 to 1981.
So that is the start of the Zunic Award. It has been established by the Syracuse University Football Club to give an award each year in their names to someone who has given unselfishly of him or herself to help other people. It is an award of spirit and courage.
So when I was being recruited to Syracuse as a long snapper, so I paid a lot of attention to their special teams, and that was Rob's senior year. He was the punter. And Rob was one of the best punters in the country. He was on all the lists to get his shot at the NFL.
He had a strong sense of character, great sense of athletic ability, and he had leadership skills even as a young player. And as he developed, his leadership skills came out. He was a captain. And, being a captain, too, as a special teams player is very vital because, he didn't want to be just known as a kicker or a punter. He was a football player that just happened to punt.
5 days after my last regular season game, I went in, saw the doctors, was diagnosed with a large brain tumor. Looking at the scan, there was a fourth of my brain that had been consumed by this tumor. The doctors told my parents that it was likely I wouldn't see my 25th birthday, and that I had a very long road ahead of me.
When our trainer first came in and told us that Rob was having these headaches, and he'd went to the training room, and they knew there was more to it, and they sent him to get tested. And everybody's first reaction was we kind of panicked a little bit. Is he going to be okay? What's up? What's this? And then, it found out it was really a whole lot worse than we thought.
I went through about 6.5 hours of surgery. Surgery went very well. The doctors did an excellent job. March 28th, and the doctor came into the waiting room. He said, you have to come here, you have to see this. And he said, I don't know if it's a miracle, but it's pretty close. There was no tumor, there was no signs of cancer.
He parlayed a dramatic event in his life and turned that into what he's doing now with uplifting athletes.
So now Rob is working for Uplifting Athletes, which is a nonprofit organization that raises money for rare disease research. And what he's doing in that role is he's coordinating the research efforts of all the chapters. It almost seems like this position was made for him, being someone who, one, played football, two, went through the process of defeating a rare disease, and three, he just gets to share his story with people that need to hear it.
It's not surprising that Rob Long has taken what would have knocked some people for a loop. He's taken it into another step and helped other people along the way with it and embraces it. One of the first things he told me the other day when he came in, he had just had a checkup, and it was, years now, he's all free and clear and healthy.
Rob is an inspiration to everyone, and specifically people in the rare disease community, and really just an example of how to take a setback and turn it into an opportunity to help others and really make a difference.
The Zunic Award is a display of courage, and putting yourself behind the benefit and the goals of helping others. And, you know, if you know Rob Long, you understand what he went through and how he's turned it into what he's doing now to help other people, to keep others that have diseases, to others that have problems, to aid in the research, to aid in the funding, to aid in their recovery. Rob Long deserves the Zunic Award as much as anyone I know.
The 2018 Zunic Award goes to
Rob Long.